bored. Oh, hey, I used to love you guys. You were like spies, right? Ew. Sure, we could do better than that. Let me just... Yeah, this is pretty good. I bet my buddies will like it. Oh. Hi, my name is Makana, but you could call me Mac. If you knew me from my last videos, no you don't. I'm making an indie show about spies based off my childhood OCs. I'm really excited to share it with you guys, but I feel like a bit of backstory is in order considering you have no clue who I am. When I was little, I was obsessed with Netflix's Carmen Sandiego, so much that I had a binder of every single character with screen time and a name, and a lengthy continuation of the show I did with a couple self-inserts I made. You know, the normal amount. I was finally around the age where I realized that people made shows and they didn't just pop into existence. And around that point I realized I could do that. Shows like Carmen Sandiego helped me through the toughest patches of my admittedly short life, and I wanted to make shows that could do for other people what she did for me. To give someone somewhere exciting and new to forget the real world and all its problems in. To make people smile. And so my OCs were born, then a story I wrote at 10 that I finally started rewriting last year. And I have finally attempted to get over my social anxiety enough to tell you about it. Alt Command. Alt Command is hopefully going to be my first indie series, with anywhere from 8 to 10 episodes and a prologue I'm working on right now. It follows Blanky, Leone, Jasper, and Ruben and their job as spies as they track down the so-called villain Eddie and his weapon of choice, the Mist. I took a lot of inspiration not only from the aforementioned Carmen Sandiego, but also from Arcane, some adaptations of Batman, and a little bit of Death Note for good measure. As I'm recording this video right now, I actually have a first draft of the series sitting on my desk right next to me. And I just want to use this as a way to hold myself accountable and see how far I can take this. Since I'm working by myself right now and I'm still in high school, I can't make any promises about when this is going to happen, but I'm going to make sure it does. Blanky is energetic, caring, and reckless, but good-natured. I usually sum her up as a goody two-shoes with all the energy and restraint of a 5-year-old, which, as you can imagine, is not the best thing to have as a spy. Blanky is the team's combat specialist, more specifically in kickboxing. She joined the spy agency Alt fresh out of the academy and is still trying to find her footing, trying to figure out and live up to what's expected of her and to be the hero she's trained so long to be, which doesn't exactly go to plan. Once the story is more solid, I'll probably make a separate video to share with you guys so I'm not actively contradicting myself. Blanky is also my very first OC, based off a stuffed toy I had as a kid that I still keep with me. In my earliest versions of this story, Blanky was the only protagonist for reasons I cannot remember aside from her being the first.
I have seen everything.
She's always been quick and impatient, and more recently has inherited my sense of humor, which I'm not really sure is a good thing. Her design is based vaguely off of golden retrievers, and her outfit is pretty simple and sticks close to her fur so she doesn't have to worry about getting caught on things when she's zooming around. She's easily my comfort character, and I wouldn't trade her for the world. Here she is. I don't know why the anatomy on this drawing gave me so much trouble, but it could have been worse. Leone is very detail-oriented, intuitive, sassy, blunt, and perceptive. She's been a part of the spy agency for a long time, but only recently has been roped into fieldwork as a profiler. She can be pretty mean, but she means well and is sweet and loyal to her friends. Like I mentioned earlier, Blanky used to be the only protagonist, and because of that, Leone and Jasper and Ruben, who I'll talk about later, got neglected a lot, to the point where I'm still dealing with that in the current draft of my show. I'm playing around with the idea of her backstory being her and her older brother Emery being all they had and looking out for each other. He was at her side while she worked her way up at Alt in their undercover sector, and the days that she got the job she wanted, she came home to find he wasn't there. She finds out he's dead from his employer later that night and finds herself alone with no one to look out for her without him. She learns how to do so for herself and goes into the story thinking that she needs to look out for number one because no one else will. She was originally meant to be your average fashionista type you'd find in any kids show. Think Barbie and Rainbow High, and worked as the group's disguise specialist. But I found out pretty quickly that this role didn't fit the script very well. Every time I draw her, she's in a different outfit, so it was pretty fun nailing down a casual outfit for her. The outfit itself takes inspo from Y2K and some color block 70s-esque fashion, with a green to contrast the bright pink fur. I also had a pattern in the previous versions of this outfit, but with the goal eventually being to animate her, it just seemed a little too complicated to keep. Here she is! I love her ears being tied back, they're always so fun to draw. Jaspa is quiet, stern, and focused with a sliver of anxiety for good measure. She's calmer than most of the group, and while she's sweet when she wants to be, she can be a bit of a control freak. She's the hacker of the group, providing on-site support for her team for pretty much anything technical. She's worked at Alt for a long time as a sleeper agent, handling a bunch of back-end things off-site, only recently starting field work when she meets the girls. I unintentionally ended up putting a lot of myself in JJ, and writing her tends to come the easiest because of it. I'm hoping as I start refining my draft, I make sure the other girls are getting the same amount of time together, and hopefully finding the spots where I might have put plot armor and made her more of a self-insert. I love her, but I love my other girls too, and I want them to all get the attention they deserve. JJ's probably changed the least conceptually throughout her iterations, being originally inspired by a player from Carmen Sandiego and permanently delegated to the role of hacker. Don't tell her that she had a sniper in one design, she'll probably be mad she couldn't keep it. Her design has always been pretty simple thanks to her personality, so the sweater and pants are pretty basic. The thing that always trips me up is her spots. She looks wrong without them, but they're so hard to keep consistent, and I do not know what to do. Anyways, here's JJ. God damn it, her spots are off. Ruben is reserved, aloof, formal, and soft. She works as a stealth specialist for the spy agency Alt, and she very much gives big sister vibes, especially being the oldest of the group and having the most experience in the field. She's entangled up with Alt for the longest out of the girls, having gone there with her dad who worked in partnership with them when she was younger. She thought the job looked pretty cool, so she went to school for it, and she's been working there for about 3 years at the time of the story. Because of this, Ruben's the most familiar with Alt, which is supposed to come in handy in the story, but I should probably check and see if it actually did. Ruben's outfits always err on the side of professionalism no matter what the occasion is, so this is probably the most casual thing in her closet. She wears a lot of dark colors for convenience and tries not to overthink it beyond that. Thank you guys so much for letting me yap. I hope I can share more of this world with you as I work on things and hopefully get some feedback from you guys in the future. If you want to hear me yap more, do the YouTube stuff. I think the button still likes it when I say subscribe, right? I don't know, I can't say it. I'm also doing art fight this year, so if you want an excuse to draw the girls or me, they're up on my profile linked below. Either way, thank you so much for giving me your time, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!